Hi all. Thank you for tuning in today. If you guys are new here, this is Dwani, and if you guys have been here before, welcome back. Thanks for being with me throughout the journey so far, and thanks for tuning in. So, without going into any random details, let's just get directly to the topic. So, as mentioned in my thumbnail, yes, I have been selfish. Um, what I mean by I have been selfish and why I think that all of you guys should start being selfish as well. And what I mean exactly by being selfish. So let me start. So okay, before I start, I forgot one thing. I'm wearing my favorite hair topper. This is definitely not my rear hair. You guys know that already by now that this is my favorite topper. And my rear hair is somewhere down here, which is this tiny little baby hair. They're not baby hair, but just the shorter hair. But yeah, I just wanted to get that out first. And yeah, why I was being selfish and why I'm still being selfish. And let's get to that now. So, what I mean by being selfish is like the reason I started this channel, or the reason I started talking about my hair loss in general, or the reason I started telling my friends about my hair loss was very selfish actually. Or it was a very defensive mechanism because I did have friends who would, because of the unawareness, would comment on my hair about how thin they are looking, how my scalp was visible, and that was coming from a place of not being aware. And so, as a defensive mechanism, what I did, I start telling them that I was diagnosed with alopecia at 16, female pattern hair loss, that is, and they stopped making jokes. So it literally was a selfish motive for me to start talking about my hair loss. And the more I started telling to my friends and making them aware, the more they were very much conscious about what the kind of jokes they are making, or they're more aware, right? Like, because this is not in my control, my hair is not in my control, and somewhere they started to understand that. So that actually came from a place of selfish motives, that I told them that I am having alopecia. And I didn't, my selfishness didn't just stop there. I started talking about it on social media, more about having the awareness. And actually, as you guys know that I am still a bit hesitant to let my hair down as it is without the hair topper, because obviously my scalp is visible. I have thin hair. To be honest, my alopecia is not as progressive as many of you guys would be experiencing out there. But it does make me hesitant, and maybe towards the end of the video I'll show how my hair looks like. I haven't washed my hair since past 3 days. Well, this is recently washed and conditioned and having not styled. This is how it dries, but this is recently washed hair. So yeah, that's how my journey of being selfish started, as it if that makes sense. And the more I started talking about it, the more confident I felt. The more I started putting it out on Instagram that I am having alopecia, the more confident I felt. The moment I started this channel, I did not know that how many of you guys would be watching it, how you all would be reacting it, if my relatives would watch it. They have actually, I did not know this. Some of my relatives did reach out to me, and they were like, and they were asking for suggestions to wear by hair. Like, they were super positive. I was not expecting that. I was expecting them to be a bit more judgmental than that. But they were really being very positive and supportive. Like, they didn't care that I was wearing hair. And hence I kept making videos, because it's a two-way thing, right? So for me, it was making myself a bit more confident, and the more I was talking about it, I was feeling a bit more confident and empowered that that I can easily talk about my insecurity and to handle my insecurity, which is my hair loss. And the other thing that was making me feel good is I was getting messages from many of you guys sharing your insecurity about hair and what all you go through on daily basis. And I feel that the more openly you would start talking about it to your relatives, to your parents, to your friends, your partner, anybody, the more confident you would feel. I would want at least some of you to be selfish and let me know how that selfishness feels. Maybe it's a defensive tactic. I am being super honest. For me, it started as a defensive tactic, but it does help. It does help because then you are what you call, you are just putting a full stop on the conversation of hair loss before even it starts. I mean, that's what I started doing when I would go for my haircuts. The way I would start is like, listen, I have a thin hair on the crown. I have been diagnosed with alopecia. I would like you to do my haircut, but also be aware that do something that suits my thin hair on the crown. And they would understand that, and they would no longer comment on me not taking care of my hair or anything like that, because they know it's a condition. In fact, they would give out suggestions that would help me either for styling my hair or either for maintaining the luster of my hair, because my hair is like very dull. um, and recently it has been better, but it's usually very dull, very thin. So they would give us more options or suggestions on those things, rather than telling that you should take care of your hair, you should try this out, try that out. So I did started doing that as well, and that also came from a selfish place in my heart, because I didn't want to hear all the time that I'm not taking care of myself, like I'm not eating enough, or I'm not oiling my hair, or I'm just being rough with my hair. Because honestly, I didn't even have tried hair color till the age of 27, and I just had it once because I wanted to see how it looks like. I'll put a picture here, but I wanted to just see how it looks like. So I got it for the very first time on my around my 26th or 27th birthday. That was the only time I did hair color. So I don't want those responses from people, which I wouldn't say doesn't make sense. Obviously, I believe that they mean in a very positive way, but just, yeah, it just didn't make sense to me. So that's why I started talking about my hair loss even to the hairdresser or the salon people, that so that they don't, they know what I am going through as well. And I wish you guys to be selfish as well. And I wouldn't say just for hair. Like, be selfish about telling your problem to somebody else. You never know that somebody else, if they are also suffering with something that they cannot talk about openly, and you just empowered them to talk about their issues openly and to feel normal. Because the more we start talking about our things, maybe it's not hair, maybe it's anything, because there's so many things people go through in day-to-day life which is not visible to other people. And just to find somebody else who goes through similar situation as you're going through, it's so very uplifting, right? I mean, so yeah, start. I wouldn't say just go out and blare out, and you don't need to put say it on speakers, but yeah, start small and let me know how it feels. Like, it just feels light. I mean, it's like it's like not keeping, keeping your insecurities very much close to your heart, and it just weighs us down sometimes. So I felt that when I started talking about my alopecia, it did feel light. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep this video really short, but this is something that was in my head for a very long time, and I wanted to let it know to you guys. Be selfish. Let me know how it feels. Write in the comment about if you guys have tried being selfish and how it turned out to be. I would love to hear from you guys. But that's it. And oh yeah, I did promise I would show how my hair looks like normally. So I'm just wearing a hair top, but it's pretty like long, amazing curly hair, but not my hair. Doesn't make difference, but yeah. And this is what my hair looks like. Ah, I forgot to take out the pin. So this is, I haven't washed my hair in like 3 days. This is how it looks like. Yeah, so this is all right here. This is, yeah, if you see in the front, it actually doesn't look that bad, but the moment you see here, it's like, okay, yeah, alopecia, baby, alopecia. Feel free to DM me. Also, one thing more, that I'm not trying to downplay the seriousness of alopecia. I just don't want people to take it too seriously as well, and I hope that is coming through, because I don't want people to think that I am just downplaying it. I understand what you guys are feeling through because I have been there at the age of 16, 17. I mean, I have cried nights, but I have moved past it. So I hope some of these videos help you to move past it as well. So yeah, that's all about it. Don't forget to like the video if you like it, obviously. Subscribe, and also if you guys want to follow me on my Instagram, I keep on posting things there which are a bit more on my normal day. Like I work on a normal day. I do have a 9 to 5 job, or I'm traveling or something like that. So yes, that's it. Let me know how you guys find this. Thank you for tolerating me for such a long time, and have an amazing day wherever you are. Feel good, feel happy, and do something that makes you feel amazing. Bye. Love you all.